In this video, I'm going to show you how to make healthy sloppy joes using real ingredients. Your kids will love it. They are super delicious, they're nourishing, and it's pretty easy. So my name's Brittany, and this is my channel, Marvel and Make. You can find my recipes at marvelandmake.com. I love cooking. I love cooking with real ingredients, and I love to make nourishing meals. I think that food is medicine, and that we should just be eating to nourish our bodies instead of, for all the other reasons, boredom or convenience or anything like that. So first of all, I have a kind of medium Dutch oven that I'm going to put on medium heat. I have my bacon grease. You can use bacon grease, lard, butter, oil, but you just want maybe about 2 tablespoons or so at the bottom of the pan. And then I have half of an onion, and I'm going to just cut that. Funny story about sloppy joes. I did not grow up eating nutritious food. Thanks, Mom and Dad. You guys are amazing. But they cooked, but we ate a lot of stuff that was packaged. And so I was also never taught that food affects our body. I never looked at food as fuel. I never made the connection that what I was eating might be good for me or it might not be. And I didn't learn this until 9 years ago. I think it's been 9 years now. Shortly after getting married, I did not learn any. I just didn't know any of that. So I used to work at this winery when I was 21, and we sold, we had things in the gift shop, things other than wine. One of those things was sloppy joe mix. And as a kid in college, I thought I'm gonna make these, sloppy joes from scratch using this mix. And I bought it a couple of different times and really enjoyed it. But when I ate those sloppy joes, I remember feeling bad. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember if it made me actually sick. I don't remember if it made like my brain not function properly. I don't remember if it made me tired, bloated. Like, I don't remember. I just remember thinking there's something about this packaged item, which was like a mix that you just add ground beef to. There's something about this packaged item that makes me not feel good. That was one of the first times that I have ever paid attention to what I was eating. Now if I have anything processed or denatured, cooked in seed oils, anything like that, I am instantly aware. So, okay, plenty of talking, but here we go. I have half of an onion that is cut in here, and then I'm doing half of a bell pepper. You can use any color bell pepper. I just have a yellow one on hand. So I have this on medium, and I'm just going to let it cook a few minutes until it gets nice and soft. While it is cooking, I'm going to chop my garlic. You can use like a garlic press, and actually I can put a link to one that I really like, but a lot of times if I'm just doing a little bit of garlic and it's going in a dish like this, I will just chop it this way. Keep your knife blade down, and then just don't lose contact with the cutting board, and lift and just kind of move your hand like that. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes or so, and I'm going to add my garlic. Generally, when you're cooking, you would start with some kind of fat in the pan. Butter, oil, lard, bacon grease, tallow, and you would cook your veggies, veggies that need to cook longer. So onion almost always needs to cook longer so that it kind of gets sweeter. And garlic only needs to cook for a short time. So that's usually add your garlic last. Now I'm going to do a pound of ground beef. And I have in the recipe, and I have all of these ingredient measurements that I will list below for you guys. In this recipe, I include an optional liver. Like you can add like a fourth or a third or a half cup or whatever, however much you want to add of liver. This is a liver ice cube. So what I do is when I have, this is venison liver. If I have liver, chicken liver, venison, beef, whatever, I will puree it in my food processor. And then I've got like those larger cube trays. And so I freeze it in one of those cube trays, then pull it out and put it into a Ziploc. So when I'm making something with ground beef, as long as the ground beef has seasoning in it that is going to basically mask the flavor so no one knows it's there, then I will add in some liver. And that's a really healthy way for us to get it into our diet and not even know. So you can see I'm just kind of pushing these veggies to the side. This is still frozen, so I'm letting it cook and I'm letting my beef get brown while these veggies are just kind of hanging out. The liver is thawed and our meat is almost brown, so I'm going to go ahead and add in my salt. And once again, all of these ingredient measurements are listed below. So this is just salt, pepper, you always want to salt your meat while or before you're cooking it. You really don't want to wait until the end. You know, just a general rule for cooking, salt your meat while you're cooking it. There we go. Now I'm going to add in tomato paste. This is a tomato paste that I get from Azure. I will put a link to it and to Azure Standard below. If you guys don't know about Azure Standard, they're amazing. They have just about anything and everything that you could possibly want. And you order from them. You can have it shipped directly to your house, or you can meet at a local like drop pickup. And it's a cool way to get to know other people in the community. So that was a whole can of tomato paste. And now we're going to do mustard. And I'm not going to measure. You want a teaspoon of mustard. That's right, about a teaspoon. This is another thing from Azure. Love it. Worcestershire sauce, 1 tablespoon. And then a tablespoon of a sweetener. I just used Sucanat. Sucanat is probably my go-to for sweeteners. It's basically dehydrated cane juice, so it still has all of the minerals intact. In other words, it's not like cane sugar with everything that's good stripped away from it. I mean, I pretty much use it in everything. You could also use honey. You could use just regular old cane sugar. You could use honey granules. All right. And now we will add our stock. This is some homemade chicken stock. Guys, if you're not making your own homemade stock, please learn how to do that because you will save a lot of money. It will be so much better for you. It's really easy to freeze. It's easy to can. Make your own homemade stock. That's all we are doing. This is done, basically. I usually will let it, I'm just reducing my heat to low, and I will just let it, I don't know, simmer for just a few minutes to kind of let all of the ingredients marry together. And then I have some homemade hot hamburger buns that just came out of the oven. And so I'm going to serve it on that with some fresh homemade mayo. I can link to that recipe, and some cheese. That's it. It's a really easy recipe. I love ground beef because it's so versatile, and so if I don't know what I'm going to be cooking for dinner, I will just inevitably set out a pound of ground beef and then figure it out. Do tacos or spaghetti or sloppy joes or chili or whatever. So anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys try this, and if you like it, let me know, or if you don't, let me know. Just do it kindly. Like the channel, share it with your friends if you can. It always helps me grow. And thanks so much for watching.